I want to tell this dream that I had because, as far as it is into the future and about what it concerns, it ought to show you some insight into how some of these things affect you that happen in your relationships. So, in this dream, it was at a beautiful place. It was like there was a building that was like beyond extraordinary. Many different levels. It had many different stories. And I had a room in it. I had a room in it with, I guess, my ex. We were given a room because we had a family, so we were given a room to stay in this place while there was something going on. I'm not sure what was going on. Like I said, it's a dream, so so there's that. Now in the dream, I don't remember what happened during the evening. I mean, my dad was there and everything. It made a lot of sense, like what he was doing in the dream, but he doesn't have an active role. But like he was witnessing in this, like he was witnessing it in the dream. Um, she said something. She was going to go out during the evening, like maybe go to the store and get something that she wanted to get, or go and see something that they had that wasn't very far. Or I don't know what the deal was, but but uh so she went to go and do that, and then like she didn't come back. She didn't come back. So like you have your kids because like, well, I did. I had them. She had left. She had left. And she wasn't coming back. Now and there was this other place along the side that had these really nice houses. But we were like at the center where there was a like a big like building, like a palace or something. We were at the palace, and I was going because I knew, like I started to know where she was going to be at, and this is all from memory from going through this. So this is why I'm having this nightmare, even now this many years later. And as I'm driving to this place, and I'm driving and I have my whole family with me to go and get it, it's like we all know what's going on now, that she's going to be at this other place, and I'm likely to catch her with someone else. And to get there, you had to go along the side. Now, at first, I went down that road, and all of a sudden, it was like the traffic was going the other way. I had to spin the car and stop it going the opposite way that I was driving, and then find a way over to the road, because the actual road that went the right direction was slightly more over, you know, because it wasn't, probably represents, being just devastated, how you get devastated when you're realizing something all of a sudden that you didn't have any reason to stop them. You trusted them, and then but then they don't come back, because this exact thing did happen to me. This exact thing did happen to me where the person uh had a job that they wanted, but it was kind of far up to the north, and they just didn't come home. They stopped coming home, and they left me with our 10-month-old child. Now the son doesn't remember that because he's fully grown up now. But at 10 months old, the mom abandoned the child and the husband. Like, I'm supposed to get up and go to work, but she's quit coming home. She's quit coming home and she started to shack up with somebody at this job and isn't coming home anymore. Decides she's not coming home anymore. How does that how does that how does that do with you? Now you think at that time my mom wanted to fuck her up. She wanted me to just take the children and leave her ass right then and there. And you know what? Part of me believes that I should have, because all the shit that you go through with somebody, and we'd fight. I'm not gonna say I didn't hurt her or do anything like that because I beat the shit out of her, but we would fight, and it would be bad. It would be bad, but it's not like anybody just went to beat her up. That's a lie. That I'll never believe that at all because it wasn't true. I've never been in a fight with anyone else. I've been in a relationship in my life. This person would be mean and would be violent and would try to fuck you up emotionally and physically. And she couldn't whoop my ass physically. She couldn't whoop my ass physically, but she could whoop my ass emotionally and then get me in trouble and then call the cops and nearly kill herself. So, but I didn't want to break my family up because of the things that happened to this girl. And I didn't want to do it. And even now, I'm kind of okay with it. But she's messed my life up bad. And she's messed me up bad. And she's just gone about her own life. And now it's being an actual wife to somebody. And now she's somebody's happy little wife. And, and acting right, not acting all crazy like she did when she was young. You know, and that hurts me a lot because I didn't even know where she was for like 7 years. You know, and I always wanted to try to do something to, if we got counseling, I always wanted to do something. I never wanted just trash the relationship. There were a couple times when I was like, fuck it, you know, and had messed with someone else or got someone else and went my own way. But in the back of my mind, I always wanted to try to fix this relationship and wasn't sure if it was a matter of time. Like, you just need to let her grow up a little bit, calm down, because she was abused. So it wasn't like, you know, I don't believe this person just maliciously wanted me fucked, but had a lot of damage, and I had to navigate that very difficult early relationship with somebody that also didn't know fully what was going on and was damaged. But I mean, she's fucked my life up. I can't just go and get a job because they fucking immediately just take all my child support. Only have a couple more years. Like, I can't even get a car. I can't drive. I can't get enough money to do anything. And I can send some money to it every once in a while. And she doesn't even need it. She doesn't even need it. And they've never just they know how much you make and they take away from you, but when you make less, they don't adjust it at all. And they just run the clock the whole time. So immediately that's a disadvantage to anyone that's trying to build their own life alone on their own. But she doesn't have to worry about that because and then my oldest child, who I never got to see or talk to after that because she didn't think it was important to have him call or have us connected. So now he doesn't ever want to talk to his father ever again at all. I was going to give him my dad's guitar, which would have been a great thing for him to have. Like my dad's fucking rock guitar that he played all his music with. No, he doesn't want it. So he just wants to destroy the link to his family. And I don't even know if him and her are even doing very good. So the whole family is totally ruined. I'm damaged and probably never going to be fucking okay ever again. And she just goes on and lives life with someone else. Like, all is well. No big deal. Well, do you believe in love? I do. I still believe in love. But I don't think that in issues of trauma and MK Ultra, you're gonna get a situation that's not fucking completely fucking shatteringly destructive to somebody. All bullshit aside, all the other problems you can add to a relationship. It's like if you want to deal with somebody and heal with them, you have to communicate and you have to try to do it, or you just start with someone else. This person just started with someone else and just went with that, and I would have never thought that they would have done that like that. None of the things that I entrusted them with, like the kids and communicating, none of those things did they do in any way that honored myself or my dad. And I even feel like it was a before earth contract that I was supposed to be apart from them and be here with my dad, because I don't know what's up with my dad, but it seems like he was in a weird stuck loop or something like that with his life here. Like he needed that. So in a way, I feel like I've agreed to the sacrifice of my kids, or to her having them, so that I could do with my dad and be his only son. But then after that, where's the resolution, and where's the golden lining, the silver lining? It's the most horrible, painful experience that I've ever had in my life. And yeah, so I continually have these nightmares about it, where I'm going through this again and again and again, going to find this woman just fucking all of a sudden, out of having a wonderful, it wasn't always the best, but like you could be having a beautiful idea of a relationship, and then all of a sudden, infidelity, they're cheating on you for no reason. MK Ultra. So how do you deal with that? No limits, Kelly Watson. No limits means you're supposed to be able to do whatever you want. This woman told me, this is what she told me. She's like, my sex life isn't any of your business. I'm like, yeah, but you're my wife. It kind of is.